welcome to the Railjack Ruffians podcast. Please like, subscribe, and do all that good stuff. And remember, Tenno, a breath a day keeps the heck away. Come on in, have a seat, and feast your ears on episode 5 of the Railjack Ruffians podcast. Today, we have a full house.
Wow.
Of course,
Woo.
myself, I am Jesse. I'm the host of the podcast, and also a cool person, probably. And then in front of me, we have...
Stardust.
Yeah, that is your name. Okay. And then beside him, we have...
Whoever I am.
Yeah, it's you, George?
No.
Georgium? George? Mick
It's
George?
closer. We have Mitchell.
I mean, who knows the names of their business partners anyway?
Who knows their name, period?
That's a good point.
I mean, probably whoever's name is period knows their
Uh,
name, period.
And that's a
What is your name
that's
again?
a really
I'm
short
Mitchell.
name.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you all.
Oh, okay. And beside him, we have...
Jacob, if I sound different, that's because I have a sore throat. But I'm powering through for you. Listen to this. Except you, Jerry. You know
Yeah.
what he did.
What?
Take that,
What did
seasonal
Jared do?
allergies.
He knows what he did.
Oh, okay. I'm glad he does, because I don't. Anyway, yeah, it's nice to have the full crew back, which I guess we had this last episode too. But anyway, speaking of last episode, I know it's already been posted by the time we post this, but sorry for it being late. Myself and Stardust have gotten really into Satisfactory recently, and it has distracted me greatly.
That
By the
1.0
way-
update is amazing.
Yes, 1.0 is out, and it is so much fun. Highly recommend it. But this isn't a Satisfactory podcast. This is a Warframe podcast.
However, I think I might make one at some point.
That would be awesome. Let me know if you do.
I don't
And
know
then
if I'll make a
boycott it.
dedicated one or if it will just be like certain episodes. Will
Yeah,
be separate.
I'll dislike and
Thank you so much.
hate,
I
hate
appreciate
comment
that.
and all that.
On first.
Yes.
First.
Second. Anyway, a little bit of housekeeping. Last episode, I was talking about the story of the opening cinematic where Mag was able to catch all the bullets and fling them back out at enemies. I had the story a little wrong on that. So what actually happened is Warframe created a storyboard, sent it off to this other company. The guy was the director of the Uncharted movie who made this.
Odd.
What?
Odd.
Yeah, well, he was a big fan of Warframe before this. At the time he
We
made
need a
it, he was
Warframe movie.
MR17.
That's what I want.
That would be
But
so
make
cool.
it animated.
Make it what?
Animated.
Make it like the same way the CGI
Yes. cinematic
was. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said anime.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's that too.
I mean that.
Yeah,
exists,
we
but
will
not
be
in full
getting-
movie scale. But I would like it like whatever team made that opening cinematic. That was like the trailer for Warframe. Let them make the movie.
Yeah, that would be
or
awesome.
at least make the visuals.
Anyway, so Warframe created the storyboard, sent it over to that guy. And like I said, he was a big Warframe fan. As he was going through the storyboard, he realizes that the ability Mag was doing in the game, or in the storyboard, was not an ability that she had in-game. So he called Digital Extremes and he said, hey, Mag can't do this. Do y'all know that? And they were like, yeah, we're changing it, and this is how we're announcing it. And he was like, oh, okay, cool. So that's that. And now for our next our next podcast,
The episode's over. We're done.
our next segment, D News.
Wow.
Yeah. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Should I do actual air horns or just ba-ba-ba-ba?
I think you
Air
need to
horns.
find a really good clip because there's one I think from the earliest episode where you did a really good rendition of that noise with your mouth, and you just need to copy that and paste it over and over again. Like, make it a soundbite. If we ever have a Discord server, make that a thing in the server.
I don't know about that. Maybe. We'll see. Anyway, DE News. They've announced that at the Tokyo Games Con on September 27th, I think is the date, they're going to be talking about the next update, which was originally the unannounced Warframe update.
Even though it was announced, so
Yes.
kind of.
The announced, unannounced update.
Correct. It is going to be called Kome and the Five Fates.
It looks really cool. At least the artwork does.
It does look pretty neat. We don't know a whole lot about it, but they are going to be talking about it at Tokyo Games Con. Kome is going to be our next Warframe. Don't know anything about her, but they're going to be going into depth at the Gamescom dev stream.
Next question. Proto-Fame, Kome?
I doubt it.
Be cool, though.
I doubt it. Protoframes will be coming with 1999, though.
It's true. But we got a new Warframe in 1999 and a new Proto-Frame.
True.
So
Yeah.
it's not completely out of the ballpark.
We'll see. But they have been comparing the Kome and the Five Fates update to the Abyss of Dagoth update, where it's going to be some content, a new Warframe, but the main focus of it is going to be quality of life improvements and, well, yeah, mostly QOL. They're going to be explaining the Caliban rework in this update, or in the dev stream. And they're going to be explaining the next companion rework, which I'm excited about.
Companion, can we count like Warframe eras by companion reworks now?
We could. There have been a lot.
The companion rework of 93.
Yes. Also,
The Binary 7?
we have a new Nightwave here. It is a Stalker-themed Nightwave, and
Oh,
it's
that's
pretty cool. It's got a lot of cool stuff in it, including a Stalker Spectre blueprint, which allows you to have your own deployable Stalker in-game. It has a melee ribbon, which I've never seen in a Nightwave before, or any ribbon, actually. So that's pretty neat.
I'm gonna have to get that one.
Yeah.
How many levels do you have to get that?
Not too many.
It is level 9.
Oh wow,
So that's
really
not
close.
bad. They also have Aura Forma, they have a domestic drone, Umbra Forma, and a really cool shoulder piece. Stalker themed. It's all Stalker themed. Very cool. But yeah, bunch of stuff.
Still won't have as a Warframe.
Yeah, it'd be neat. I don't think it's ever gonna happen though.
Watch them make that'll be the last Warframe to release.
No, they're just gonna add a tiny version of him. It's like not as powerful, and he's gonna have like a little bobblehead. And it's gonna be like, here you go. Here is Stalker.
We
and you're
already
just gonna
have
look at him and be like,
bobbleheads though.
shh, this will be a
Just
playable
play
one.
as the bobblehead.
Exactly. If they at least made that like a little like limited edition gag mode that we could play for a little while.
April
that'd be funny.
Fool's Day.
Yeah, like April Fools or something like that. That'd be funny. Actually, that would be funny if they made an April Fools where all your Warframes were like little noggles running around.
That would be fun. Yeah. So yeah, go do the Nightwave. It's cool. Got a lot of good stuff. So, what is our rotation for this episode? We are on Flex Topic rotation.
Wow.
Yeah. Our podcast is not on an AABC rotation. It's an ABCD rotation. For those of you who understand what rotations are, which we may actually...
They rotate.
Yeah. I may actually explain what rotations are later in the episode.
Did you say where we are coming from?
I say, please tell them about our beautiful
I didn't
location.
say anything. Because I don't know where we are.
Oh. We're,
Well,
Start us.
well, you know, Stardust connect us. so
Okay,
yeah.
Start us.
so
Where are we?
I may have this may have been an express trip to a lovely location, but none of the others may have known where we were going. The van did not have windows.
Well, you
I
know
get
you-
motion sickness.
Look, we couldn't.
So I was
yes,
throwing up
motion
out the
sickness,
window.
We
The
couldn't afford
non-existent.
windows. You'll be surprised how expensive windows are in a rental van. Okay, they're extremely expensive. Like I had to poke a hole through the front of the van so I could see where we were driving because the windshield was so expensive.
That sounds like you're breaching your contract from the rental because you're damaging the vehicle.
Well, I
Insurance.
you see, it was there was a bolt missing, and I just kind of poked it out of the way. I stuck it back once we got here.
Sure.
Yeah. Anyway, so besides, bolt missing, that's some serious stuff now. Anyway,
Right.
so we are coming to you live from the lovely Williamstown, Kentucky.
Was that where they made the
Boat.
chicken?
The chicken. I don't know about the chicken.
No,
I do know there's a really big boat, the Ark, and it's really cool. We should totally go visit that.
That would be neat.
It's like KFC, but as they call it there, fried chicken.
Yes.
Yeah, and all the KFCs in Williamstown,
Or just
Yeah.
FCs.
instead of giving you buckets, they give you boats of chicken.
That would honestly be cool. Can you imagine having a boat of chicken?
I would die. I'd have a heart attack.
Depends on how big the boat is.
I feel like they would go out of business
What if
very,
they have
very quickly.
What if they have small boats, like small children-sized boats?
A boat the size of a child
okay.
filled with chicken?
Kids meal-sized boats, like the amount of chicken that a child would eat.
Then what's
one
the
sitting.
point?
Yeah, you want to have a boat of chicken.
You want to have a boatload of chicken?
Man, can I have a boatload and they give you a tiny little thing?
We should patent that.
I didn't want
Boatload
a
of chicken.
tugboat. I wanted a yacht full of chicken.
I would like the extra large boatload. I would like the life-size 1-to-1 boatload.
I would like my boatload
Are
the size
there
of that
enough
man.
chickens in America to fill the Ark?
I don't know.
Probably.
Probably so.
Probably.
Well, as a Taco Bell manager, we are just now. You're advertising to our competitors.
Get managed.
You get managed.
I mean, to be fair, I have no
Managed democracy.
contract with Taco Bell.
But I am a manager, and I am offended right now.
To be fair, it doesn't matter.
That is pretty
never eat
fair.
there.
You're eating Taco Bell or KFC?
You're offended? Get over it.
Both, actually.
Or Pizza Hut. They're all the same thing.
We're going to okay. So next kidnapping, I'm going to kidnap him, and he's going to go to Taco Bell. and
We're
eat
just gonna end up in the back of it in the freezer section of a Taco Bell. It's like,
Okay,
I told you.
I just noticed something. You never said he was good, Jacob. This is bad, Jacob. How did you get back
That's
on
why
the
his
podcast?
voice is different.
Bad Jacob would not be sick.
What?
Bad Jacob lives in a dumpster. He's probably sick all the time.
Yes, but he sounds the same because he was in the first podcast.
But now,
I sound different.
okay, that's
They were so
So this is a
poor.
third
maybe,
Jacob.
Maybe you're finally healthy for once.
They were so poor they could
You
only
mean
afford one
he's
immune
probably
system.
healthy for once.
No, you, because you're bad, Jacob.
No, I'm not.
That's what good
I
Jacob would
hate
say.
milk.
He has a point.
That is kind of convincing. I don't know.
Very-
We may
very
let him stay.
convincing.
We'll
Okay.
let him stay.
Yeah.
Look, Bad Jacob is not talking about manager. He would not know.
But also, bad Jacob's probably a liar. I mean, he
But-
hasn't lied to us
but-
before.
But he doesn't like Taco Bell. I
No,
love
he
Taco Bell.
loves Taco
No,
Bell.
he doesn't.
He just doesn't own one.
He doesn't.
Anyway,
I know him more than you all do because I'm his good twin.
true. Or are you?
Dun, dun,
Hey,
dun.
Michael Vsauce here.
You know, if I was a twin with someone, I wouldn't say I'm the good twin. I would just say I'm his twin. I'm his
I mean, you
fraternal
have
twin.
to distinguish.
I'm his identical
which-
twin.
You have to
We
do-
have-
yeah,
we
there's
have
got to
to
be some
see.
distinguishment if you're like identical in every single way.
Anyway, so flex topic.
Okay. Wait. What's where I can prove it?
By listening to the podcast.
And subscribing and liking.
If-
Okay.
I'll-
Okay. If I was bad one, I would not have heard the other podcasts. So ask me something from the other podcast.
How about this? If you are the real good Jacob, then have awesome 101 comment on this podcast. Can you do that?
On which episode?
This episode that we're recording right now.
He has to comment right now.
This
comment
very
in the
moment.
future. from now.
What do you want him to say specifically?
First.
No, have him say second.
Okay.
Okay.
Do I have to? Does he have to actually be second?
No, you don't have to be second.
just
Or
have to
he
say
doesn't have
second.
to be second.
Okay.
You just have to. He just has to say second.
Comment and say it.
Yes.
You can't hear him.
Right. He's mute. No, he's not. Anyway, okay, so this is our flex topic. Every time we get to this episode, we have a flex topic where we talk about whatever random thing. What do y'all want to listen to, audience? What do y'all want us to talk about? Leave a comment. Make sure you put one first before Good Jacob puts his, and then let him do second, and then comment what you want us to talk about.
Also, you
definitely, like,
exposed my comment, not being biased. Because now you say my username.
Whoops.
Also, please make sure to specify that this is for what you would like to see in the next Flex episode.
No,
Yes.
no, that has to be this one. 'Cause we're never gonna ask y'all again.
Yeah, we'll never ask again. This is the only time.
We'll like pan out the rest of the existing Flex episodes.
Yeah, this is the only time we will ever ask for you to
Limited time. Call
give us
now.
input. This is the only time we'll ever listen to you. We will never ever listen at any point other than right now.
Also, please don't forget while you're listening to make sure you flex during the episode.
Yeah. Except for Mr. Glasses, we will listen to Mr. Glasses because
That is fair.
he's cool. Also, speaking of Mr. Glasses, he commented on episode 3 saying, "Thanks for the shout out. Can't wait to hear more episodes. I really enjoyed." Hold on, I gotta load. I really enjoyed the Warframe review you guys did. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Wow, we're noticed.
Yeah, we are noticed. It's it feels good to actually have someone.
Now all we need is DE to notice us.
Yep, Dee's turn.
So who is that guy?
Mr. Glasses.
Yes.
He was one of the original commenters. He commented on episode 1, I think.
Was he first?
He was the first on Spotify. Oh no, actually, sorry. Tangible Power was the first on Spotify.
Oh, okay.
Except for that random person, Awesome 101, and that other random person, Jesse. But other than them,
Huh. That
I
name
don't-
sounds familiar.
no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. I've forgotten it already. What was it? I don't know. I don't know what name it
It
is.
was Jesse.
What name was that? Wow.
Jonathan.
Can't even remember it.
Hey, if you gonna expose my username, I'm gonna expose your username. His
No.
name is Jesse on
No.
Spotify.
No, it's not. It's something else, I'm sure.
Create an alt account
Behold,
named
the
not
power of
Jesse.
editing.
Yeah. But yeah. So yeah, Mr. Glasses is one of our frequent commenters, and
Cool.
apparently, from what I can tell, cool dude.
Maybe if you comment every episode, we might shout out you next.
You can be
Yeah.
just as cool as Mr. Glasses.
I don't know if anyone could be exactly that cool.
That's fair.
Well,
but they can try.
what if they don't wear glasses? Glasses are a nerd thing.
Nerds are cool.
I know. I mean, I am one.
I was about to say.
I don't wear glasses,
I
but
think
I'm a
every
nerd.
single one
That's
of us
why
are.
I'm allowing you on the podcast, because you're cool and a nerd. Anyway,
I take it as a compliment. So.
Yeah. so what are we talking about in today's flex topic? Today's flex topic is
Muscles.
gains. We're talking about Hildren, obviously. For those of you who have not seen Hildren,
Well, wait. What about Rhino though?
he's not typically known as the muscly one.
That's fair.
This is Hildren.
Look at it. Look.
Muscly. Anyway,
Look at them shoulders, though. Yeah,
This is all going downhill.
No.
Shoulders.
Those shoulders are as big as Samus's shoulders. Have you seen some shoulders? They're like basketballs.
those are some large shoulders.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, that's probably not going to stay in.
I mean, Samus's power suit.
Look at this guy. Anyway, distraction.
That's cool. I like that.
Yes, that is an Aros Prime. He normally doesn't look like that. That's my fashion.
What are those like eels around them?
The dragons, that's an ephemera.
And you still get the ephemera.
Yeah, I think it's a steel path thing. This is what he looks like at base.
Kind of cool.
Yeah. Like it. Anyway, where was we at?
Children.
Hildren.
Then them shoulders.
Yeah. As Bala says, Hildren.
What? He says that?
Yeah, in the Prime trailer.
At least it's pronounced right, unlike Gauss is Gauss.
True.
According to
Also, can I just say that
Rebecca
impression
Ford.
was on point?
You know, I was looking on Cameo the other day to see if I could find the voice actor for Ballas to see if he could record some lines for the podcast, but I didn't see him.
Well, you
So-
could probably edit in the Hudrin
Yeah, we could,
voice line.
but I want some custom stuff. Cephalon Psy, that would be so fitting if we could get him to do some voices for
Yeah.
Are
podcast.
you gonna your dad to do Hudrin?
Let's say you might get
When
your
we
dad
get to
in-
the Hildren episode.
Oh, okay.
You should see how far
Then why
your
we talking
dad's
about- why we
range
talking
can
about
go.
Hudrin then?
You brought it up.
No, you say no.
Oh no, that's right. It was me. I brought it up. You said muscles. I said Hildren.
Yeah.
As soon
but
as
you
he
didn't
said
say
muscles,
Hudrin.
I was thinking of that one clip of like Terry Crews where he was like doing the drum machine just
Well,
by flexing.
it's called a flex episode. So what am I? What is it if it's not?
It's a flex topic.
What does that mean?
Flexible.
It means flexible. We can do whatever topic on
I
this.
thought you. See, I thought-
Oh, so you weren't just being funny.
No, I literally thought you meant like flex.
Oh,
I thought you were flexing on the noobs.
yeah. Check out my fully kitted out setup. Take that, noobs. No, flex as in flexible.
See,
We can
Bad
do-
Jacob would have been being funny.
True.
To be fair, we do have some workout equipment.
I have a ball.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not using
Just
it.
one.
I had to
Are
shoot.
you?
Some
Well,
dumbbells. We have a stepper machine.
I am worried that's going to happen to me one day.
All right. So this week's flex topic is tips for new players. Yeah. Jacob was actually talking to me the other day, and he made a good point that I hadn't really thought about. But he noticed that we haven't really been focusing our episodes towards new players.
we've mentioned things.
Yeah,
just
we've-
haven't like done an episode on it.
Right. We've said things from time to time, but we haven't really dedicated anything to it. So that's what this episode is about.
See, I would not have known that if I was Bad Jacob.
You're still gonna have to comment second, though.
Yes,
I
cameras.
will,
Okay.
but you know,
Or he is. I don't know.
but you've already exposed it, so I've already exposed your Jesse. So.
No, I was saying either you or Bad Jacob or Good Jacob or whoever you are. Anyway,
We'll find out in the next episode.
no, hold up. We're not done yet. We're not done.
No,
Don't cue the
I'm,
music.
I'm saying when we post this, if I comment it, you would know, y'all will know. But we
should have an episode with live music.
we still have another episode to post, and then after that one, we'll post this one. And
Mhm.
this is when I comment on.
Yeah.
Episode 5, right?
Yes, this is episode 5. Okay, so tips for new players. Warframe is a very daunting game. It's not something that's super easy to get into, and it takes commitment. It's like a Destiny 2 type game where if you really want to be good and get to the best parts of it, you have to commit. So, this is why I recommend for new players, don't give up on Warframe until you get to the second dream. The second dream is where the story of Warframe really gets started. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but ask any veteran or somewhat experienced Warframe player, they're going to tell you second dream is where it starts getting good.
I'm gonna comment that instead of first. I'm second. I'm gonna comment second dream.
That's good. I can go for that. We can do that. I make compromises. I'm a reasonable man. So, stick around until the second dream. It's worth it. So, you just started Warframe. You watched that awesome cinematic trailer. Now you have to pick between 3 different Warframes. Who do you pick? Stardust, who would you pick?
Excalibur.
Jacob, who would you pick?
Excalibur.
Mitchell, who did you pick?
What were the 3 again?
Excalibur, Volt, and Mag.
Volt. I think I picked Volt. Did I pick Volt or Mag?
The last
picked-
time
you
we
picked
did it.
Volt.
Oh, I think
Oh.
you actually may have picked Mag on your account.
On my account, I picked Mag.
Yeah.
This time, I think I picked Volt.
Yeah, on the
Because
last
you had
episode.
already tried
You did
Excalibur.
say though
Yeah.
that we used to have a different one.
Yes, way back in the day, it used to be Excalibur, Volt, and Loki.
Even if that was the choice, I still would probably pick Excalibur.
Yeah, I mean, if I was a new player and if I was making a recommendation to a new player, which I am,
Like
and
he
we all
did to
are,
me.
yes, like I did to you, I probably advised Mitchell to pick Excalibur as well, but he didn't listen apparently.
Well, it's because he's fine, but it's just very spammy for me.
Yeah, just saying. Anyway,
Just wait till the game gets harder, okay?
oh, I still haven't tried to find the sweet spot for difficulty yet. Anyway, so
Who'd you pick?
I picked Excalibur. Do you feel alone yet, Mitchell?
I feel very special.
You're special.
Take that as you will.
I think they made a Fallout something about that.
All by myself.
But yeah, let me say this, and you'll hear every other Warframe YouTuber and whatever say this, but it really is true. It doesn't matter which one you pick. All of them are good options. It's just some are more geared towards newer players.
You can still get them if you didn't.
Oh yes, that's another thing.
Except Excalibur's harder to farm than the other two.
Yes. You can get all of those frames. You're not picking a permanent selection. You can get all of them whenever for free. Let me say that as well. So, yeah, I would recommend Excalibur, but it's not a big deal. Excalibur is a nice all-rounder. He's got decent health, shields, armor, energy, all that, which you'll get more into as you
Also,
continue.
he's named after the sword.
So that explains it.
Oh, I didn't think about that. His fallibility. I didn't think about that. No, I seriously didn't think about that until like.
That's the amount of Jesse just rubbing
no.
his
Did
brow.
the fact that his passive makes your sword stronger not like trigger anything?
Look, sometimes it happens. I might have forgot. I don't know.
It wasn't shovels. It wasn't spoons. It wasn't maces. It was
forks.
swords.
Yeah.
Forks.
No.
Sporks.
Forks.
No, not sporks.
He gets half damage on sporks.
yeah.
What?
Oh yeah, there's tons of spork type.
Wait,
weapons.
no, he gets better damage on reverse grip sporks.
Also,
okay?
why were you face palming? You said the same thing.
Yeah, I was saying that sarcastically though.
That was good sarcasm because I thought you were being serious.
I caught it.
Wait, is it good or bad sarcasm if you can tell it's sarcasm or if you can't?
It's bad sarcasm if you can't tell
It's good
sarcasm.
acting if you can't tell.
Good acting, bad sarcasm.
Yeah.
I'd say it was good sarcasm. I'd say it was like in the middle.
Anyway, so I'd recommend Excalibur. He's a good all-rounder, but it really doesn't matter which one you pick. So, once you beat the tutorial, it pretty much just opens up and says, I have at it. So, what do you do next? Like, there's so much that can be done. What do you focus on? I recommend everyone have 2 goals in Warframe. One major goal and one minor goal. You can work on your major goal until maybe you get burnt out or tired of it, and then you can work on your minor goal, or vice versa.
Also, take breaks.
Yes.
It is not a gamey marathon.
I mean, yes, for most people, definitely.
If you feel like you're just about to get burnt out, stop immediately because any game you get burnt out on, you'll be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna stop. I'll come back to it later, and you would never come back.
Yes. Also, this is not Destiny 2. There is hardly any time-gated or timed content. You can come back whenever you want.
Except for Nightwave.
Yeah, but still, even that's like a month or 2 or something. I'm not sure how long Nightwave is, but it's multiple months.
Also, the rotations in the vary, but they come back around. All
Yeah,
the time.
it's not like, well, yeah, same thing with Nightwave. There's always a Nightwave going. It's just you may
But
not.
the rewards are different. Like right now we
Right.
have Stalker, which I really want to grind out.
Yeah. But yeah, there's not a whole lot of stuff where it's time limited. It's not going to hurt you to take a break and then come back later.
Prime Warframe, like new Prime Warframes, that is kind of time gated, but to come back eventually, it takes a while.
Yeah, after the Prime access is done, they go into the rotation for a while before they get vaulted.
Like, how often would you say they? Like, how long would you say they come back after the first go round? Well,
I don't know.
I mean, like, after the first release of them.
After they first get released, they stick around for a long time before they go away.
No, I mean when they come out. Who was the one that just came out?
Protea was the most recent Prime.
So Protea, after it goes away. It hasn't gone away yet.
Or sorry, Savagoth.
Savagoth.
After
they go away and they go into the rotation, how long does it take them to get the one to be picked?
I have no clue.
I don't think we have enough data for that.
Guesstimate.
A year or two, maybe.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
If that, that's just a guess.
But also, there is the Prime Resurgence.
That's what I meant.
Oh, I don't know.
I thought that's what we were talking about was Prime Resurgence, because that's a newer-ish thing. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
They did it for a while, and then they took it away, and then they brought it back kind of recent-ish.
Yeah, so like Prime Resurgence,
permanent now.
do we really have enough? Has it cycled enough to go through every single Prime?
I don't think so, maybe. I don't know.
Commenters, if you have more data, tell us.
Yeah.
Give us your data.
So that way I can comment. And
No,
say,
we're not
say
Google.
dream.
We're not Google. You don't have to give us your data.
This is
Although if you do
want
want to give us your data, I'm sure we could sell it and make a profit on the podcast.
Because we're not making money yet.
Wait,
Yes.
do the corpus actually do they do anything with like data?
Almost certainly.
Yeah.
I mean, we steal their data, so.
That's fair. That's fair.
So, Warframes are Google. Confirmed.
So we are the bad guys.
Dun dun dun.
There are. I haven't dived into it, but there are arguments to be made. I mean, Ballas is certainly
I do have
convinced
a
that we're the
question.
bad guys.
If you steal something that was stolen, are you the bad guy or not?
Depends. Did you own
Legally,
it
yes.
originally?
No.
Sin is sin.
Also legally, yes.
Well, then again, I mean,
Obtaining
you
stolen
would
goods.
know Stardust because we can't use your real name. So
He's a lawyer.
By law, if
That's why he knows
if
the law.
you find something that belongs to somebody else, it's not yours, and you just pick it up and take it without trying to find the owner. Yeah, you can.
what happened
a
to
hefty
finders
fine.
keepers?
That's not a legal term. That's just a thing people say.
That's children's play.
Maybe whoever makes the laws will make that a thing.
They made a law
They do. It's
specifically
called
against
squatting.
What?
Yeah, squatting pretty much.
No, squatting is different. Squatting is you use it. You
It
don't
is different.
You can't take a home with you anymore.
Well,
tell
the
that to
home
the
I used to
Amish.
live in.
Did you say the Alnish?
Yes, tell that to the Amish. I have seen them pick up a house and
No.
take it
No, no,
away.
Like
Almond?
almond?
He had
Almond?
almond.
The
No, Amish.
almondish?
I heard the almonish.
Did,
Like
did I put
almond.
an L in there?
Yes.
Oh,
I mean,
Amish.
if
If
you
any
may
of
not
the
have.
Amish are listening to this podcast on your
It's-
electric phone, which I know they can't have
You're
electricity.
free.
No. They can for tools they can, but they can't
They can generate their own electricity.
they can't use any for luxury. That's the thing. They can use tools that do that.
You know,
Anyway,
the
none
main
of us
thing,
are experts in this particular field.
Yeah, we're not
No,
experts,
I
but
looked it
the
up,
main
I found out, I
thing
looked it
with the main thing with the Amish is they're so they're very against debt. Debt is the main thing.
Really?
Debt is
It's not a
debt,
bad idea.
Yeah, debt is why they don't use electricity. Is because you use the electricity before you pay for it, so you're in debt to the electric
Can
company.
you pay for it before?
No.
I don't think so,
there's prepay.
because you don't know what your usage is
okay.
going to be.
Generator. If you buy a generator.
Yeah, they can do that.
Seriously
Yeah.
though,
Yeah.
but just avoiding debt, not a bad idea.
Yeah, it's generally pretty good.
They're probably hot.
That's what
in-
Dave
in-
Ramsey said.
in those clothes, though. It's black clothes. I mean,
Anyway,
Sorry
welcome
to
to
the Amish
welcome
that
to our
made
Amish
it.
podcast.
Oh yeah.
the Amish Warframe podcast.
Well, have you
Amish Warframe.
Do we
next
have an
month.
Amish Warframe yet?
No.
Chat, can y'all check
We
that?
should make one. They should make one.
Yes, they're gonna make one for the one group of people who will probably never play it.
Yeah, it'll just
Well,
have
that's
like
why they can do it. Because they can't get mad at it.
yeah,
Well.
that's true.
You're not wrong.
Always pick on people that can't defend themselves. That's my rule.
Right? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. New players, don't worry about primes. It's not a big deal.
Yet.
Eventually, you'll want to do primes, but don't worry about it. Primes are usually not so big of an upgrade that like you need to have the prime for something to be good.
And there's few that actually look worse.
Which is a matter of opinion.
What's the one that you say looks worse?
I can't remember.
Can
Well,
you
we'll
imagine-
get to it eventually.
Can you imagine if a day one Warframe player, someone just basically just handed him like a max leveled prime? It's like, here you go, have fun.
Yeah. I remember the way I chose what prime I wanted to get first was I literally went onto the Warframe wiki, looked at all the primes, picked out the one that looked coolest, and got those.
Who was
To be
it?
fair, that's not a bad idea because sometimes a really good way to enjoy a game is not to worry about stats. Like some stats are important in Warframe especially, but sometimes just being like, this one looks cool, I want it, let's go for it, because you're having
Yeah.
fun. Even if you picked the worst one, you're having fun.
Yes. That is another major point. Don't let anyone tell you that you're playing wrong. Because if you're having fun, you're doing it right.
Okay.
My first prime Warframe was Harrow, but I actually had a short list of multiples. I wanted Harrow, I wanted Harrow Prime, Limbo Prime, Hydroid Prime. There was another one.
And the Hydroid was bad back then.
Yes, but it looked cool, so I wanted him. Oh, Garuda Prime.
My rant is okay, so I do enjoy learning little neat tips and tricks about games, learning all these neat little in-depth game niche information to if you're a very competitive person in the game and want to get really good at learning those little tricks. Like there used to be particular types of moves or tricks you would do in very competitive games, and I don't mind that. What I dislike is this culture that has formed around the meta. And it's like, oh, this is meta. Nobody used to know what the word meta meant a few years ago. That's probably not technically true, but still,
You
you
mean the
didn't hear
Facebook
it all the
company?
time. Shush. You just no. I'm not even going there.
See, we didn't know that.
But like before all that, I was like, because the definition is like something referring to itself in a universe, something like that. But like, didn't used to hear that word all the time. But people have built a culture around meta in the sense of if you are not using the meta build, if you are not using the meta strategy, if you are not playing the meta mission, you are not playing the game correctly and therefore should just stop playing or go away or they'll kick you from the room. It happens in Warframe. It happens in other games. Well, it doesn't happen like in kicking sense, but there will be people who tell us like, you should play the meta build.
Yeah.
It's like, this is meta now. It's a big thing in Helldivers, actually. You will get kicked if you don't have a meta build. Now, they've been implementing some stuff to fix that. But there's been some other games where it's like they will kick you if you're not running meta. If you're not choosing the meta character, if you're not using the meta weapons. I also dislike to where the meta build is the only build that gets you anywhere. Everything else is like a pea shooter.
It's funny that you should mention that. I meant to look up who it was that did the video, but I saw a video recently, and the title of it really caught me off guard. It was a video by Unified Codex called "You're Doing Too Much Damage."
What?
That's what I said. So I looked at the video, and it was a great video. Essentially, it was talking about when you go on YouTube and you look up a build for a weapon or a Warframe or whatever, they are absolutely min-maxed. Here's how you get the absolute most damage you can possibly get out of this. Every little squeeze, I don't know what I'm even trying to say.
Squeezing every
A
single
spare
drop
drop.
out of it.
Well, we talked about this where you need this mod that you can get like 4 years ago, and you talked about this.
Anyway,
that's
he
what
was
you
talking
need.
about how you need to, most Warframe YouTubers will say you gotta squeeze every last drop of damage out of this weapon, when in all reality, the amount of damage you can do with those builds is just way overkill. You can drop 1, 2, sometimes 3 mods and still absolutely destroy most big time enemies. So he's saying, hey, maybe instead of having, 2 extra damage mods, you could have a reload and fire rate, or something that just makes the weapon feel better, because you're doing plenty of damage. A good example is the Felarx. It's a shotgun, like an auto shotgun. It does insane amounts of damage. It hits like a truck, especially when you build it like for min-max damage. But you can take off 2 mods and it's still gonna hit like a truck. But it's a like single shell reload at a time. It's like click, 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 adding your shells back. But it's pretty slow. So why not just get rid of some of those mods, still do damage like getting hit by a truck, but have faster reload and faster fire rate? It makes the weapon feel so much better and so much easier to use, while really not sacrificing that much damage. And Nova Umbral did a video on that as well. But
do you guys ever find yourself getting so tired of, I'm not going to say a learning curve. I don't mind a learning curve at all. I love a learning curve because I'm the type of person. So like when I played Overwatch, I loved Genji because Genji was a character that in order to get the most out of it, and I'm not going to say play correctly because that rolls right into what I was just going against. So, but in order, when I was talking about the meta thing, but in order to get the most out of Genji, you learned his playstyle. His playstyle was a niche. It was a finesse. It was a skill. It was different than what I would say a meta build. So I am fond of things that make you think differently in order to learn how to use it. I'm fond of that. But do you ever find yourself in some games where it's not necessarily that, it's more of something else, but it's you get tired of looking up tutorials and trying to learn how the meta works, what's the meta right now, learn how to work the game, and you're just like, look, I just kind of want to, this gun looks cool, these mods look nice, I'm gonna slap them on and go.
yeah.
So it's like what we were saying, you're playing it wrong. Some people just like to do fashion frames.
Yep.
Yeah.
It looks cool.
It does look cool. And of course, here I have to say the obligatory fashion frame is in game.
Yeah.
We're contractually obligated whenever fashion is brought up to say fashion frame is in game.
We need, but I think we do need to go back to what we were saying about minor and major goals. I think a minor or major goal, I think the first one you recommended, Ashley, is to complete the star map. Not 100% the star map, just like connect everything you can to other planets and stuff.
Right. That's what I would recommend as your major goal, your big goal. Get to every planet on the star chart.
Are you saying beeline through the planets or complete every node on the planet before you leave?
I would recommend more beelining it through the planets for the most part. Now, for your first minor goal, I would recommend getting the Rhino Warframe.
Yeah. He's got thick skin.
So, getting the Rhino Warframe, it's a good introduction into how to actually build Warframes and how to get them for yourself.
And he's got thick skin.
Yes, he has very thick skin. It's so thick, you
Hence
might
the
even call it
name-
iron skin.
Hence
Yeah.
the name Rhino.
How do you actually get Rhino? Well, you have to go to Venus and the node.
Wait, why is he on Venus instead of the Savannah?
The Savannah is controlled by the Grenier. So you have to go to Venus and go to the Fossa node where you'll fight a boss called the Jackal.
I remember when we first found that thing.
Yeah. Were we playing together when we first
I
did
don't
that?
know if we were playing together, but I think we were. I don't think it was too far apart when I was fighting it that you were fighting it. And we fought it together before.
I'm sure we
But
have.
I remember my first experience was just like, oh crud,
Yeah.
lasers.
Yeah. He's the first real big boss fight that you have
He
to
has
do.
a pattern and it's awesome. Sorry, I didn't mean.
He's neat. But every time you kill the jackal, he has a chance of dropping one of the blueprint parts for Rhino. Every Warframe, in order to craft it, you have to have 4 parts, with, I believe, one exception, Equinox. You have to have the Warframe chassis, the Warframe system, and the Warframe neuroptics. And then you combine those in the main Warframe blueprint. So, for Rhino, you go to the Jackal and you fight him. He has a chance of dropping the chassis, the system, and the neuroptics. Now, when he drops them, they are blueprints. This is something unique about Warframe that a lot of other games don't do. When you get a drop, it's usually not just whatever it is. It's a blueprint to build something. I'm going to warn you up front, this is something I wouldn't have thought to mention, but I've been listening to a podcast called the Tenno podcast, which is a guy, this was back in 2018 when he started this, and he hasn't done it in like 5 years. But anyway, he was recording his journey, and he pointed out that people don't say this in their guides. When you get the blueprints for the Rhino parts, the chassis, the neuroptics, and the systems, crafting those takes 12 hours each.
Yep.
Now, you can simultaneously craft as many things as you want. So it's not going to take, 36 hours. If you do all of them at the same time, it's only going to take 12. And then, once you get those parts, combining them into the main blueprint, that takes 72 hours. This information has now changed. For most Warframes, it is still 72 hours. But for Rhino specifically, it is updated, and now it only takes 24 hours to craft. Yes. Now,
doesn't that wait make you guys love when you get to a Warframe that's a part of a quest and you're able to just craft it so quickly?
Yeah. I can only think of one where you just straight up get the Warframe.
There's at least
Honestly,
two. I can't remember what the second one is, but I recall 2.
Honestly, I think if you are crafting a Warframe, I think that'd be a good time to take a break from Warframe, so you don't get burnt out. I mean, you don't have to, but recommendation if you like I said, you need to take breaks in the game.
Yeah, you can do that.
Also, if you have the mobile app, you can craft stuff on your phone.
Oh, yes. There is a mobile app. Also, you can play Warframe on iOS, and they're working on putting it on Android. But there is a Warframe companion app where you can control your foundry whenever. You can see what day-night cycle it is on the planets. You can look at like alerts and stuff. Anyway, it's neat. But this is real-time hours, so it continues running even if you're not playing. So 3 days is 3 days real-time, not 3 days in-game.
So you know how awful it would be if it only counted the time when you were logged in?
That would be terrible.
Oh.
Thankfully, they don't do that. Here's another tip for new players. It allows you to rush crafting for platinum. Never.
Never do that.
Ever. Never, ever, never.
Except for that one time they want you to do it. It's like in the beginning.
If it's free, do it. But Warframe doesn't make you do that in any of their tutorials.
I swear it's like in the beginning they want maybe it was free. I don't know.
Yeah, if they instruct you to rush something, then it doesn't cost platinum. But normally rushing construction costs platinum. Never do that.
No.
It is the worst use of your premium currency. I would recommend, number 1, buying Warframe slots. That's going to be something you're going to need a lot of.
If you're some
And weapon
person,
slots.
if you're just some person who has spent a lot of money, like you have in the billions of platinum, you do you. But I recommend not.
Yeah. No, never do that. Also, never buy resources. It is always easier to just farm them.
Yeah.
Even Argon crystals. Just farm it.
Especially if you have a resource boost or a resource drop chance.
Yes.
No matter how discouraged you may feel if you're having a hard time getting enough of resources, it feels like a grind because I've been there.
Necrothene.
Just hang out. The grind will be over at some point.
Yeah.
Especially if you do it with other people.
Yes, it's a lot easier if you go with other people.
Mooch off your higher level friends.
Which actually brings me to my next recommendation. After you craft the Rhino Warframe, I would suggest, again, this is a suggestion, you can pick whatever you want, but for your second Warframe, I would recommend the Necros Warframe.
How was Necros?
Necros, whatever.
Tomato.
Except tomato is correct and tomato is not.
You know, I never heard anybody say tomato or potato. I've heard potato and tomato.
Potato. Anyway, Necros. The reason I recommend getting Necros is because of his second ability called Desecrate. Every enemy that dies within a certain radius around you has a 54% chance to drop extra loot, which is very good when you're trying to farm resources.
Oh, yeah.
So he's a good frame to build as soon as you can. To get him, you have to do the Lephantis boss fight on Deimos. So it takes a little bit to get there, but once you get there, he's good to have. Let's see. A lot of Warframes come from the planetary bosses. Every planet has at least one boss fight on it, and most Warframes come from doing those boss fights. Also, the main blueprints for most Warframes can be found in the market and purchased for credits. Credits are the currency that you earn just passively playing the game. So when you're moving from one planet to the next, there's a junction. There's a little mini boss on the junction where you actually fight against a Warframe. To actually unlock that fight, you have to do certain requirements. Pay attention when you're meeting these requirements because they're actually like an extended tutorial. For example, when you're moving from Earth to Venus, you have to complete the Vor's Prize quest. You have to speak to Kanzu in Cetus, which introduces you to the open worlds, and you have to fusion a mod, which is how you rank up your upgrades. So it's teaching you about open worlds, it's teaching you about quests, and it's teaching you about mods.
And showing you Warframes.
Yes, you get to see the Warframes that you're fighting against there. So pay attention to those requirements. They're trying to help you learn as you move along.
I just will say, when you fight Rhino, it's really good if you juggle him up in the air. Because I had trouble fighting him, and then I figured out if I juggle him in the air, it's a lot easier for him.
Yeah, that works. It's also easy to it's easy if you did pick Excalibur, you can use
So, if you pick Excalibur, just Exalted Blade and go to town.
But I did.
Well, not only that, but you can also use your radial blind.
Yeah.
Blind them, and you can pretty much just one-shot most of those guys just by blinding them, going behind them, and doing a stealth finisher. Tons of damage. So, also, not sure if this code still works, but there's a code where you can put, if you go to the market, there's a place where you can go to redeem codes. There's a code that is, quote, free sword. FREESWORD, free sword. And it gives you a heat sword for free. Not sure if it's still active, but check that out. Free sword, it's cool. Next, what's another goal you can be working on? Mastery rank.
Yes, oh my goodness.
Mastery rank is essentially your account's level. As you rank up your warframes and your weapons and your companions and whatever, it adds to your mastery rank. Your mastery rank unlocks certain blueprints for you to be able to build new weapons. You know, some weapons you can't build until you have a certain mastery rank. Yeah, mastery rank, it's good to level that up. It helps your general progression. Mastery rank is not necessarily something that shows your power. That's just showing how much experience you have, essentially. How much stuff you've unlocked. Which actually brings us to something else. Enemy levels. Whenever you go to your star chart and you hover over a node for a planet, it'll say, for example, I don't know, Mantle on Earth. It's Capture Grenier level 2 to 4. What does 2 to 4 mean? 2 to 4 means nothing. Ignore it.
Does it mean like a difficulty?
Yeah, so it is difficulty. But what most people would think is, oh, I need to be mastery rank 2 or 4 to be able to beat that level. But that's not what it is. It is completely unrelated to that. works on its own scale. Really, the way you figure out what's what is by just playing the level and seeing how hard it feels.
If you were gonna say, what number do you think would be like normal mode? Because 2 to 4 is easy.
Yeah, that's a good question. Like my whole scale is messed up because I've been playing for so long that I see level, 200 and I'm like, oh, no problem. But that's not a normal level. Things start
50,
getting
60
hard.
maybe?
Well, things start getting hard at like 20 to 30.
Let's see, a 20 to 30, especially for newer players, can be kind of like not quite hitting a solid wall, but it'll knock you back.
So
Yeah.
normal mode would be like in the teens, I guess.
Yeah, something like that. Also, when you go to Fortuna on Venus, that is a major damage check. You gotta,
Yeah.
It feels a lot more difficult than the level would suggest. So just keep that in mind. As you do your missions, you're going to be picking up these things called mods. Mods are super important. Mods are these little cards that you put on your weapons, your warframes, your companions. Pretty much everything can be modded. And you can, they have different stats that they improve. Like for your warframe, you may get extra health or extra shields. Or you may make your abilities stronger by 30% or whatever. The way you become powerful in Warframe is, yes, there is a certain amount of having the right equipment and the right gear, but the majority of it is having the right mods. So mods can be leveled up using a process known as fusion. When you do fusion, it requires 2 resources: credits, endo. Credits you come by pretty easily. Usually you're not going to have big problems having credits. Endo is not so easy. So you can have duplicates of your mods, and you can sell those duplicates for endo. Always sell duplicates for endo. It does allow you to sell them for credits, and sometimes you feel like you might be in a pinch for credits. Don't sell them for credits, because endo is so much more valuable and so much more rare that you always sell your extra mods for endo.
Forget Iatan sculptures.
That was actually my next point. When you get to Mars, there is a lady there known as Maru at a place called Maru's Bazaar. Every week, you can go to Maru's Bazaar and start an Iatan treasure hunt. It's this little level where you have to do some parkour, and when you get to the end, you get an Iatan sculpture. You can sell those Iatan sculptures for a lot of endo. But here's an important thing. They have sockets in them. You can put Iatan stars in those sockets. Iatan stars are these little pickups you can get sometimes in missions. They're always marked with a diamond symbol.
And late game, you'll have them like the Iatan stars will be coming out of your ears.
Yes, but the sculptures are so much more valuable when you put the stars in. Never sell a sculpture if it doesn't have stars in it.
Or just keep the sculptures for yourself.
Yeah, you can put them as a decoration in your orbiter, which I actually have a couple. Anyway.
Chandelier.
Yes, it's very fancy. But yeah, sell those for endo. They give you lots of endo. That's pretty much what I had. Did you have anything else? Any major things that you would suggest for new players? Some tips or ideas or something to stay away from or anything like that?
Well, here's a quick one. And we could do a more in-depth episode on this. What is a quick warframe you would recommend, like a farming warframe? Because that will become necessary, not super early, but pretty decently soon, because they'll need to farm for resources and stuff like that. Parts. What do you think's a good upgrade warframe when they start? They've gone through a few planets already. Just a simple one. This doesn't have to be the best one. Just one you would recommend. One or two, the farming, and a solid one for going to higher levels.
Honestly, I would stick with the 2 that I mentioned earlier. For farming, I would go Necros because he's available early. Aside from Ivara, who's a huge pain to farm, Necros is the only the only warframe that can boost your loot without a special mod.
Mm-hmm.
There are other Warframes that can farm loot, like Hydroid and Korra Atlas actually can do it as well. But they require special mods called augment mods in order to actually help you farm. So Necros is going to be the easiest, and it's pretty much passive loot gain. Just always have that desecrate ability active.
Other than that, I would say pay attention to what perks you can get from your pets.
Yes.
Your companions, because I believe it's Kavats.
Yeah, the Smida Kavat. Okay, technically this isn't wrong per se, but it is misleading. The Kome and the Five Fates update actually made it so that every companion has the ability to boost loot drops.
Is that period, or does that only work with that particular Warframe?
No, Smida Kavats work for any Warframe, any setup. There is a mod they have, Charm, I believe is the name of it. Every certain amount of time, it gives you a random buff. Sometimes that buff doubles your loot gain. So that's a good one to have when you're farming for something. But they can be kind of a pain to farm to actually get a Kavat. But
other than that, I would say, so of course, like what Jesse suggested earlier is if you use your platinum to buy something, buy Warframe slots. You should unlock enough weapon slots. Would you say that's an okay second thing if you're really in a pinch to buy a weapon slot or two?
yes, Warframe slots, weapon slots. Also, you can get those for free by doing Nightwave.
Yes.
So keep an eye on your Nightwave rewards. Try to do the challenges when you can, because you can get slots by doing that for free.
But the reason I bring up the weapon slots is because, so two things. While you are going up in Warframe, one thing that will save you some pain later, make sure, and of course, like have the select few that you keep that you believe are good. That's what you want to do. But have some space so you can cycle Warframes and weapons. Just every blueprint you get, craft it. If you're not in a pinch for resources, craft it, because the more stuff you craft, the higher your mastery rank goes and the faster it goes up.
Yep.
Because what I found in later games is I would have a bunch of stuff that I didn't craft or bother to get the resources from. So I'd actually stop and go back and craft things that were just laying around in order to try and just barely push my mastery rank forward, and slowly it started creeping up. So do that early if you can.
Also, to go back to what you were asking earlier, you asked for a good farming frame and then a general good frame. Again, Rhino.
Yeah.
Rhino is a solid Warframe. As a matter of fact, I used Rhino to take my Mastery Rank 30 test because he is so good. He's good in early game, he's good in mid game, he's good in late game. He's one of my, if I'm doing difficult content, Rhino is my go-to Warframe. He is very tanky with his second ability, Iron Skin. It gives you this overguard that when you first cast the ability, all the damage that you take in gets added to your overguard. So if you got a bunch of enemies that are attacking you, hit your Iron Skin, and it just gives you a giant shield, essentially. Also, his third ability, Roar, is one of the best abilities in the game.
But rhinos don't roar.
I'm not a rhinologist, so I couldn't tell you.
It'd be a not animalologist.
Biologist.
No, that's I think it's
Zoologist?
Yeah, zoologist. That's it.
Is that a person who studies zoos?
No, he's short. No.
Oh, they study an assortment of animals, so they didn't stick to one. They just named it Zoo.
Which is kind of funny because entomologists study bugs and not, and they also study spiders also.
Not to be confused with an etymologist who studies words and language. Anyway, yes, Rhino, his roar ability, very strong. You don't have to worry about all the intricacies of why it's strong. Just know it boosts the damage of literally everything that you're doing, and it boosts the damage of your teammates if they're close enough when you cast it. It is very good. And then his fourth ability is good for crowd control. I can't remember if it's called Stomp or Rhino Stomp. But anyway, he stomps the ground so hard, it literally stops time, and enemies just float in the air.
He breaks the clock?
Yes. They float in the air frozen. So if you're in a panic situation, just throw that bad boy down, and you're good. So yeah, that answers the questions. Rhino's a solid one. and so is Necros. Jacob, good or bad? Did you have something specifically?
Do you have a specific path to complete the story chart? Like go from what planet to what planet?
They're all in order. You can't pick what order.
Well, you said you go from Earth to Venus. I thought it was Earth to Mars.
Well, to get to Mars, you have to complete the Mercury junction. To get to Mercury, you have to first go. You have to first go to Venus, and then you can do the Mercury junction, and then you can go back up here to go to Mars. So you have to do Venus first, and then you can do Mars. But yeah, any other tips for new players or things that you think I missed? Or
and even your first Warframe is still really good. To defeat one of the junctions, I had to use Excalibur, the first Warframe I ever picked. And my friend was like, don't forget, just because it's the first one, it's still really good. So do not forget, your first Warframe is still useful.
That is true. Yeah. One thing I would recommend on if you've decided that you do want to buy a Warframe, most of the time, it is cheaper to buy the primed version.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
because the packages are going to be a few hundred platinum, you can buy a prime version. Continue.
No, you go first.
You can get if you shop around, you can sometimes end up getting the prime version you want for maybe 100 or so platinum, give or take.
Yeah, something like that.
Unless they don't have a prime version like Stynex.
Yeah. But yeah, so the prime versions you would have to buy from other players.
Yes, that.
Which is awesome. Also, you have to be aware of this. The first, I think, 50 platinum is what they give you when you start an account. You cannot trade that with other players.
Yep.
To trade with other players, you have to buy platinum or get platinum from some other trade.
Which, something I would recommend on that, if you're planning on spending real money to get platinum packages, get a bundle that's like with a Warframe or something like that. Because like there was an Ember bundle. That was the first bit of Warframe platinum I got. It gave me a decent chunk of platinum, and it gave me some cool skins, some cool glyphs, and Ember.
Yes. Also, for PC players, every once in a while when you log in, they'll give you a discount on platinum.
Yes.
Like literally, as I was logging in to record this episode, they gave me a 50% off platinum deal. So I can go buy some 50% off, which I'm probably going to do. Another thing, we are not saying don't spend money in Warframe. That's not what we're saying. Or at least that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying be cautious with it. Think it through. Not everything is worth paying for. But I really enjoy the creators, Digital Extremes. They've given me all this content, this huge game that I've spent so much time in and just love to death. I want to show them that I like that and I appreciate their work. So I pay for stuff. I buy Platinum. I buy Forma. I buy Orokin reactors and catalysts. So we're not saying don't buy anything. We're just saying be cautious. Pick your battles, essentially.
Also, for Switch players, because it's a little bit different on Switch, you will get discounts in the market, but not on Platinum. However, there are some other discounts you will get where if you buy Platinum, you get extra Platinum with it. I don't know why they don't do it like they do on PC, but for Switch players, sometimes you get things where if you buy Platinum, you get extra Platinum with it.
I don't know if this is correct, but I think that's the same on all console versions of Warframe, because the companies that the console makers have to take their cut, like Nintendo or Xbox or PlayStation.
Is that why they don't do like the same thing they do on PC?
Yes, because Steam is different somehow. I don't know. I'm not a financiologist. But yeah,
an ologist for everything now. A Warframeologist.
Yes, I am a Warframeologist.
Master rankologist.
We can talk on the economics of game development another time.
Oh yeah, that's a whole podcast in and of itself.
Or a whole episode.
Yeah. Mitchell, as a new player, I know it's been a while since you actually went through and forever since you played on your own. Was there anything that stood out to you that, like, specifically this mechanic doesn't make sense, or what do I do here, or what is this? Was there something like major that stood out that just didn't explain itself? Because that's something Warframe is unfortunately known for, is it does a terrible job of explaining itself.
The only thing I can think about, and it could be something that's not necessarily related, but in my head it feels like it is related to the question. The main thing for me was whenever the Debiri paradox first came out. That was the most confusing time in my life ever, in general, not just in Warframe, just in everything. Because it was just, I had no idea where to go, what to do, and the game might have laid it out for me, but I don't remember that being very well laid out, and it was just confusing as
Honestly,
all
Debiri
trash.
is made to be confusing if you don't know the quests that you should do before it.
Yes, we've stated this before on the podcast. Highly, highly, highly recommend not doing Debiri until after you've done the New War quest. And I said this last time too, but I know why they made it accessible to new players for farming the Warframes so much easier than normal. But
it's even more confusing if you don't do that New War before Debiri, because
right, Debiri,
it does explain. It doesn't explain Debiri. It's complicated to explain it, but like,
and we don't want to get into spoilers.
It makes sense.
Yes,
but it makes it make more sense.
Yeah. Don't do Debiri until after New War, basically.
You don't have to, but really recommend it.
Yeah. Generally, when you're doing a mission in Warframe, in the top left area, it'll show you what your current objective is and what you're working on. Also, if you hold down M on PC, I don't know what it is for console, but it'll bring up a map. So you can see a full map overlay of the rooms that you're in. So that's very helpful. Yeah, that's pretty much it for what I had planned. I guess the only thing that just popped to mind, clans. Clans are useful. You can join a clan, and each clan has several quote-unquote labs in them where they do research that allow you to make blueprints for different things, weapons and warframes and companions. You can make your own clan. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it, though. There are so many other clans that don't ask much of you. They sometimes, a lot of them don't ask anything of you. You can just say, hey, can I join your clan so I can get some blueprints and then leave? And a lot of clans will say,
even though
sure.
I did that and they said no, but like,
yeah, it's not every clan. Definitely ask. Make your intentions.
A lot of them are beginner friendly. Just say like, "Hey, can I join your clan?" Don't say I'm going to leave after. Because
well, no,
I would make
we actually. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Make your intentions clear. Don't say, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna stay with this clan forever," woo, and then leave immediately.
Well, I mean, yeah, but every time I did that, they said no. If I just say, "Can I join your clan?" they said yes.
We actually had one time early on in the clan that me and Jesse had created where we asked because we were after a particular blueprint that we thought wasn't available anymore, but later it became available to our clan as well.
Ignis Wraith.
Ignis Wraith, yeah. And so we actually had a guy from a clan. We talked to him and he offered like, "Hey, you can come join us, grab the blueprint, and then head back over to your clan. No problem."
That one's different. We could do a whole episode on the Ignis Wraith and the history behind it and the blueprint of it.
But he offered to let us come over, get some stuff we needed from his clan to bring to our clan to share.
Well, that was just a trade.
Well, no. We were gonna go into the lab to get it, but we weren't able to because of some leveling stuff.
Next, another episode.
Yeah, but also I'm 98%, 92% sure that we just traded the blueprint.
Also, now cross play clans are a thing.
Yes. So that opens up a lot more clans to be available to you, which you didn't have, Jacob, when you were trying to go. You didn't have the options that you do now.
Yeah.
So I would
Also,
recommend.
if you go to Dojo, use fast travel because it's hard to find the right room.
Yeah, do that. Yeah. So that pretty much wraps it up. I do want to say something about this podcast in general. This is a bi-weekly podcast. I try as often as I can to release every week. But just know all of us here have jobs. Some of us actually work at our jobs. So we don't always have time to get everything put out as fast as I would like it to. So just keep that in mind. And also, I gotta make time for Satisfactory because it's so fun that I don't have time for everything.
Agreed.
But yeah, that's pretty much gonna wrap it up. Tune in next time to hear us talk about Volt.
Bananas.
I think. Let's see. This is 5, 6. Yeah, we're gonna be talking about Volt.
Volt. Okay, okay.
So
not bananas.
Volt, potassium. Potassium works with electricity. I think. Does it? Electrolytes. It has electro in it. So
potassium's radioactive. Well, somewhat.
Yeah,
What?
that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if
Anyway,
you eat,
next time you hear you say,
yes. Also, if you eat a banana, you'll die. Is the moral of the story?
100%.
what about bananas or berries?
Really?
Yes.
Makes sense.
So
I feel like
avocados are also berries.
have you told me that before?
I think I have. However, strawberries are only enough for not berries.
Yeah. Anyway, tune in next time to hear me talk about Volt and probably them too. Woo!
Possibly.
Tune in next time to hear Stardust say,
Bananas.
"You probably are. You're gonna have to hold your word, or keep your word.
English?
Keep your word.
Keep my word. Okay.
Yes, honor your promise."
Oh, yeah.
Tune in next time to hear Mitchell say,
I have a big spot on my thumb.
"Hopefully that's not there next time.
It looks like frostbite.
It's not even
Is it
fall
frostbite?
yet.
Did
How
you
long
stick
did you
your thumb
spend in the freezer?
I mean,
Jinx.
it's just a black spot. It's fine. I couldn't think of anything else to say.
You might want to have that checked out.
It's
or
fine.
Something.
Is it a bruise or is it dye or what is it?
Mm.
Does it hurt?
It's like inside my thumb.
That's concerning.
Is it black or red?
It's black.
Concerning. Anyway, tune in next time to hear Jacob, maybe good or bad, say,
Hopefully my voice is better.
I don't know, your voice is sounding pretty good. You're
You
sounding
should
good.
be sick more often.
I'm not sick, it's allergies. It's different.
Yo,
sick
he's
with
sick,
allergies.
dog.
What dog? What are you doing?
The immediate silence as soon as I said that.
Silence followed by a wheeze.
The dog. Oh, we
No, doing.
No, do it.
You got a hot dog, buddy.
Oh, goodness.
Anyway, yes.
I think we should end this episode
Alright.
before
Yeah.
we get lost.
I think we're already there.